Hello everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 9, No Thrills. So, in the previous episode, we sort of wrapped up anything to do with blood magic right here. I've actually been off and I've done a few bits. So if we pop it here, you remember I had those two, oh brilliant, it started raining. We had those two like portal statue things that we could right click on. I've actually got rid of them because I always think they're like really annoying, like because they don't go where you want them to go, right? So what I've done is I've just put some waystones in there. So this is the edge of the hidden realm, whatever it's called. And it's kind of empty. All of these are empty. I was thinking we could use this as a void world. I actually don't know what will happen if we click this. It just takes you out. That's really cool. I didn't realise that. I'm gonna have a quick sleep, get rid of this rain. There we go. Got rid of the rain. I just noticed something as well. Remember, we've got the Enderman farm, and I turned off a load of sounds for the Enderman, including this one, the one that makes the sound whenever you use the travel staff to one of the anchors. Yeah, it doesn't make a sound anymore. That's a bit annoying. Anyway, today what I was gonna do was I was gonna start off by doing a load of stuff to my armor and things, but I'm not going to do that anymore because, well, vibranium and, well, we should go and get the unobtainium upgrade kit from the other at some point. But why would we do that? Why would we do that when the best armor in the game is actually from Mekanism? So I'm actually thinking about getting into some Mekanism now. I know we haven't finished with Britannia, but I'm just like geared up, I think. Do you see what I did there? Geared up. I mean, that would have made sense if it was create. But anyway, I'm all meched up. I want to do some Mekanism, basically. We've done some of the beginning bits of Mekanism. And today, I'm going to do the rest. Not all of it. I probably won't be able to get all of it done in one episode, looking at it. We at least need to get to the point where we can, like, how do I say it? Get loads of nuclear waste. So, yeah, we just need a ton of nuclear waste. And we are going to probably, this one here, nuclear. Oh, is that how you spell it? Nuclear? I think so. Cool. So we've got a nuclear one. What I'm planning on doing is making this one here a bees one. We're just going to have bees in there. But they're going to be just radioactive bees. But if we're going to do radioactive bees, we might as well get like all of the bits for bees. I'm going to save that one for next time. We at least need a little bit of radioactiveness to begin with, right? So that's the plan. Right, I'm just trying to look through and like bookmark all of the bits that we're going to need. I will just say, this series, I'm not going to do any like fission. Oh no, sorry, fusion. I always get the two confused. I know fission comes first. That's the one we need to do, because we need to get nuclear waste out of the fission reactor. But we're not going to do any fusion because we don't need to. Like, by the time you've set up a bunch of fusion reactors and you've done, you know, like the sodium and stuff like that, you could have got an ATM star, in my opinion. And we already have a ridiculous power source, don't we, over here? We've got the mycelial reactor all running perfectly. So, and it's been running for a few episodes now, so I'm kind of glad. Ah, this does remind me though. I did forget about this. What did we just get that unlocked? Oh yeah, from Britannia. Lovely. What we do need to do is keep an eye on the Mekanism quests, because why the heck would you need a heat generator? Like, I've done most of these already, right? Why do I need a heat generator? That's such a weird thing to like make people make, if you know what I mean. Fine, we're gonna make one. Not a big fan of that, to be fair. There's a few bits when it comes to quests. Oh my god, look at all of those. A few bits when it comes to quests that I'm not a massive fan of, I must admit. But overall, I think the quests are amazing in this pack. I can probably put a few of these things away. Like, I've got this, this sword, which is my luck sword, and I've been using that recently. I don't really need the Tartaric, and we don't need the Charm of Luck. And we probably don't need the Warp Stone because we can access, we can access this wherever we are. So I can just get the Warp Stone out at that point. But yeah, there you go. There's a ton of stuff already unlocked. And we want to get all the way over here to... Okay, we can't click that yet, but... Oh, we're not doing ore processing either. I've already made my stance very clear, I think, on ore processing. The fact that you don't need to do it in an All the Mods pack, because... Well, you really don't need to do any of it in an All the Mods pack. It does say for a quest I need one of these, and... right, what other quests do I need to do? It wants us to make a configurator. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This is actually really cool that they've included this. This is teleporters. So this is another way of basically like powered waystones. Obviously waystones are a little easier in this pack. What was that sound? Was it? I think a witch must have spawned down here. All of the like slime sounds that you hear and stuff is just things spawning in here and making us pink slime and liquid meat. So that's why that's happening. Anyway, what? I don't really. Should I just? I'm just gonna crack on. Forget about the quest. I'm just gonna crack on. I think, yeah, that's the plan. So I at least need to make this, but I also need to make some fissile fuel. And to be fair, this is what we need to do after we get fissile fuel. And the way that I always do fissile fuel, at least I have a guide on it. I have a few guides on it, if I'm honest. But the way that I do it is I look up fissile fuel and you bookmark it. And then for that one, you need uranium hexafluoride. So to make uranium hexafluoride, you need uranium oxide and hydrofluoric acid. But I want to have a look at uranium oxide first, which is yellow cake uranium, which comes from an enrichment chamber of uranium. So this is how I'm doing it. I'm bookmarking as I go. So if we go back to fissile fuel, and then we go to uranium hexafluoride, we go to hydrofluoric acid, which I need to bookmark, and then it's fluorite and sulfuric acid. Yes, I don't think we do it this way, the decondensator. No. And then for the sulfuric acid, we need, let's do this side first. So we need water vapor, which does come from a decondensator. So I'm going to make a rotary. It's kind of not putting down all of the different things there. So I'll just bookmark water for that one. Then we need sulfur trioxide, which is sulfur dioxide, which comes from sulfur dust in a chemical oxidizer. Although I think you can get you get it another way? I don't know if you can in this this version of all the mods. This one's probably the best way to do it. If you can get a good amount of hydrochloric acid or hydrogen chloride, you can get sulfur dust this way. Ah, no, this is the way that I do it. I do it the oxygen and water way. So I'm actually going to bookmark oxygen and water. And yeah, we'll use blocks of coal. Oh, I already bookmarked water, didn't I? So that's taken it off. Damn it. Okay, well, anyway, there's water. Let's go back out of that one. And then we need oxygen, so that's good. We've got oxygen because we're going to produce it anyway to make the sulfur dust. I think that's everything we need. Then we just need to make a bunch of these like chemical infusers and decondensators and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow it all back through, and I'm just going to like bookmark and sort of note down exactly what machines I need. This is how I originally did it, and this is how I always like set up stuff when it comes to Like, I want an end product. So I need to use JEI to get myself to that end product. The only thing is, when you got something like this, because sometimes the best way to do it is to get like one of these. I know in this case that's not the case, but imagine we got one of these a really, really easy way, like it was dropped by, I don't know, witches or something. That's not the case, by the way, but obviously you would ignore this massive long way of doing it and you would just go for witches and that'd be easier. So you do need to explore like all of the options, like we did right there when it came to sulfur dust. We could just explode a bunch of sulfur because I'm guessing we've got an absolute ton of sulfur, so I actually don't need to do the sulfur dust part of this, if you know what I mean. There's also something I think that's quite interesting, which is when it comes to hydrogen and oxygen, I'm probably going to set that up on a quantum entangler porter. So I'll talk about that when I get there. Anyway, that's a lot of talking right there. So let me go bookmark all of the machines that I need, and I'll probably set them up as recipes. And then we'll be back in a sec. Right, I just had to set this up again over here. This is the osmium compressor because you actually need it for one of these right here. So, why is it saying I still can't make... Oh, hello. Why is it saying I can't make refined obsidian? Maybe it's because I've already got some. Possibly, right? Which one was it? It was this one. Yeah, we've already got that. Makes sense to me. Yeah, I've been slowly just putting all of these together. So I've got a pattern there for that. I've just made this pattern. Rotary condensator. And I've got to make all of the ones that I don't have as well. So I'll actually make the recipe, if you know what I mean. Getting there, though. Oh, my goodness. There's a few of these. Oh, I've got this on exact as well. That's kind of annoying. Let's do the other one with the chest. That one's slightly easier. Yeah. And then, what was the rest of it? Sorry. It was this one. Need to make a personal chest, which, there we go. Put those away. And then, finally, wait, was that the chemical oxidizer? Yeah. Finally, we've got this one, which I think I've already done. Yeah, I did that one first. Cool. Okie dokie, so stick all of these in. And now we can make all of the recipes or all of the things right here. In fact, at mech, there you go, there's a bit more things in here. I'm actually going to delete this this heat generator. It's probably pretty good to begin with, but meh, don't need it. Cluttering up our refined storage, he says, when he's got like a ridiculous amount of netherite gear and stuff from blood magic in there. Oh well, I'll get rid of that at some point. I also probably will put all of my osmium stuff on an armor stand, and definitely my free runners, just because they got us through so much. Anyway, let's start with yeah, let's make one of the one of these electrolytic separators. Oh, you know what I should do? I should definitely make quantum entangler porters. Not just because they've got an absolute boss name, quantum entangler porters, but okay, that is one of the reasons. But still, let's make 10 of those just to get us going. Right, I think I've done, oh, to be fair, it wasn't calculations, it was just what I remembered, if I'm honest. So, nearly everything's done. Okay, that one's done as well now. And I did make a ton of upgrades and stuff as well, just because I thought it'd be good. Anyway, where the heck are we going to do this? That is the big issue, innit? We could do it in the tower, the phallic tower, as people have been calling it. I kind of want to do it. We could do it in the side of this mountain, to be fair. It's kind of out of the way, though, isn't it? We want to get there. I think for now, okay, I'm going to just build it out here, and then we will say that we'll move it, and then not actually move it. I think that's probably a good plan right there. Ooh, which ones did I just put away? Okay, the energy ones. Nice. So, to start off with, we are going to want the electrolytic separator. So that one's just going to plonk down. This one's really cool. you give it water, and it gives you hydrogen and oxygen. Literally does what it says on the tin. It separates. It separates the hydrogen and the oxygen. I always put these on, the dumping excess. I don't know why, I just always have. To be fair, I do know why, because you're going to use a lot more oxygen in this setup than you are hydrogen. So if the hydrogen fills up, it will stop making oxygen. So you want to make sure you're dumping excess, basically. No harm in doing dumping excess here as well, to be fair. Ah, brilliant. Right, fixed it. So what we want to do is we just want to use each one of these. Actually, I want to keep these on me. And we need a sink, or ideally, we'd get the thing from Evilcraft. There's a... It's better than a sink. I always forget the name of it, this thing. The Eternal Water Block. Which is funny, because it involves... it involves turning the weather from being sunny to being rainy. No, the other way around, from being rainy to being sunny. So, yeah, we need one of these weather collectors. Oh, that is a quest, apparently. Yeah, we need to go find... Actually, we have one on the map. I think it's over in this direction somewhere. That thing. So we need to go over to that thing down there. Because... even though it's already sunny right now, we can just lob this in there, make it rainy, and then go feed our thing, you know, our territory, a sunflower, make it sunny again. But we can use this... and it will accumulate the environment and make it rain, basically. / home. And then we can use this to get ourselves... well, first off, the lightning one is super easy to get because you can do that. And then we're gonna need these lightning grenades later. But to begin with, we need this, which is just 2 buckets of water with this. There we go. And then, what is it? It's that one. Yeah, these things are amazing, by the way. We're definitely going to be using one of these later. It's way better than a sink and using integrated dynamics. Let me just turn the rain off one more time. Anyway, what this thing does is it outputs an infinite amount of water. That's all it does, and it's amazing for it. And this thing right here is just going to fill up a quantum entangler porter. I'm just going to stick it on public because I don't plan on, like, I plan on releasing this as like a world download eventually, but I don't plan on converting this series to a multiplayer like I did my original ATM9 series. So let's call this one, which side is this going to be? Hydrogen? It's blue hydrogen. If we go down to gases. Yep, looks like blue is hydrogen. So hydrogen. Tick. And I think that's done it. Is this filling up with hydrogen? Yes, it is. And then this side, we can just call oxygen. Tick. And there you go. That one's going to fill up with oxygen. Perfect. Now it's H2O, so you're going to get double the amount of hydrogen that you are oxygen. So just to warn you that that's going to be happening. Anyway, this dude is just going to sit here for a while. In fact, he's literally just going to sit there forever. That one I could probably have hidden away somewhere, but we need to do the rest of this now, and I do need some more quantum entangler porters. That's not how I meant to spell it. Quantum entangler porter. So we only need, I think, one of these because we need oxygen. Like, we don't even need this, I don't think. Sulfur dust. Is there a better way of doing this? No. We might need the pulverizer, but I think I've already got that set up. Fractioning still. Light oil. Interesting. We've got an absolute ton of sulfur, and I feel like this is the only chance we're going to get to use it. I mean, we could do this one, and then we can turn this into sulfur, but no, let's not do that. Anyway, so we need the pulverizer, which I swear I've got a pulverizer somewhere, and it's got like all the upgrades. Ah, there it is. It's making ender dust at some point, apparently. There we go. So this is going to be part of our solution right here, is the pulverizer. I love it. So let's start from the beginning. So let's do this again. So I'm going to go, I think it's down this side. Sulfur dioxide, and that comes from the chemical oxidizer with the sulfur dust. So if I place this here, and we say output to that side, input to this side, or we'll do power in the bottom. I think that'll work the best. Also output to this side. Did I mean to make 2 chemical oxidizers? I don't think I did, but I think a chemical oxidizer can go there, and that'll be input from this side. And we'll set that to auto eject, because why not? Wait, is it gases that we need to auto eject? Yeah, I think it is already doing that. So that is for the sulfur dioxide. We need to then add oxygen and the sulfur dioxide together to get the sulfur trioxide using one of the chemical infusers, which I do have. I just didn't take out of here. Oh no, I've got it right there, look. Oh well, we've got another one now. We need 3 of these altogether, the chemical infusers, I know that. So that's going to go there. Again, as I said, we're going to fill this with some sulfur. In fact, let me just get a stack of sulfur. There we go. So that is going to make empty. That is also empty. I thought this would make stuff. Oh no, it ran out of energy before it could do anything. Fine. So that's going to go in here, and then we need one. It feels stupid to do this, but I'm going to put the quantum entangler porter right here. It feels like a bit of a, why don't I just pipe this in? But there is a reason. So I am going to do gases, clear all, export. So that should be put in. If I go to gases here, back is an input, and that should fill that side up apparently with oxygen. And then when this gets power, I'll get power sorted later. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to put power underneath. Anyway, that's going to make some sulfur trioxide. So we need to set the side for this. That's going to be output to the side. So it's going to come out here. So this here is the sulfur trioxide. We then need water vapor. So water vapor, I think, is the decondensator. Yeah, rotary condensator, which I did make at Mech. Rotary condensator, where are you? Okay, I made the recipe, I just didn't order one apparently. I swear I had one. Oh well, there we go. So we need to add that. So again, we need another chemical infuser right here. And again, I'm going to put that one there. And you know, if I was clever about this, I could have probably put the infinite water block here and then had that next to it, spitting out some oxygen and hydrogen. I might move this. I said I wouldn't, but we are going to move this. You thought I would move it. I didn't. I moved everything else. So, yeah, and then I flipped this round. So we've... Well, okay, to be fair, we moved the eternal water block, but what do you want from me? So that is going to go in here. You have to click this right here, the toggle operator thing, because we are actually decondensating. This will all make sense when I actually give it power, and we should probably be giving it the upgrades as we go, I suppose. So I love that you can do this now. I don't know if you could definitely do it at one point. Okay, I think that's all of them. Yeah. Anyway, so after we get the water vapor and the trioxide together, that makes us, or the dioxide, is that right? Ah, yeah, that makes us the sulfuric acid. You could do all of this stuff, by the way. You can use the sulfuric acid to make like the slurries and everything, and you can get quite a lot out of. But I've said this many a time, as you guys know. There's no point. There's just literally no point in doing or doubling in all the mods 9, because you can slap down a chunk destroyer and you can just get a ridiculous amount of materials it's like, why would you double something that you're going to get triple of if you just set up your chunk destroyer right, or you set up a digital miner correctly or something, right? It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, I've banged that drum a million times. Why did I need the chemical dissolution chamber? Why did I have that open? Sulfuric acid, that was it. Is that not what we're trying to make? Yeah, sulfuric acid, and then... Why did we need this? Ah, that was it. We're making hydrofluoric acid. So, sulfuric acid will go into the chemical dissolution chamber, which is this bad boy. And this is going to get some... So I need to input sulfur into this one, and I need to input fluorite into this one. Now, if I remember correctly, we've barely got any fluorite, so we might have to do something for that. I'm not entirely sure what we should do. Let me have a look. Fluorite. Ah, there you go. Ah, okay, we got quite a lot. We're getting that from our drills, our laser drills by the looks of it, so that's not too bad. Okay, we'll sort that out later. So the fluorite with the chemical, so that makes the hydrofluoric acid, and then we also need the uranium oxide, which comes from the chemical oxidizer, and again we need one of these chemical infusers in between. So I did make another one, I knew I did. So that goes here, and then right here, I like doing the ones at the back now. I don't know why. I think it looks nicer. So right here, I think we need to put a enrichment chamber. Did I not set up an enrichment chamber as a recipe? Enrichment chamber. Ah, because it was an easy recipe, so I didn't bother. Right, there we go. So that one goes there. Again, I'll set the outputs and everything on this later, but that's going to make us yellow cake. Is that what we need? Yellow cake? No, we need a chemical oxidizer between that and this. So if we put that there, chemical oxidizer goes there. This will feed yellow cake into this, which will feed yeah, so this will do the uranium oxide, which will feed into this, which will get the uranium hexafluoride, and then the uranium hexafluoride you stick in one of these isotropic centrifuges, yeah, one of these bad boys, like that, and then we get a quantum. I'm going to spell that about a million different ways. Quantum entangler goes right there, and we'll do fissile fuel. Just like that. Is that how you spell it? I spelled fuel right. I always get fuel wrong. For some reason, I want to put the L first. I don't know. It's a weird thing, isn't it? But there you go. And there we go. This is the setup, basically. And if you ignore these three here, this is the setup. Because... Well, didn't we need oxygen somewhere? Oh, we are making oxygen. Is there any other way? Or any other place we needed oxygen? I don't remember now. I don't think so. I think it was just the one place. Oh, yeah, we did need it if we were going to make... Yeah, we were going to make sulfur this way out of coal, but we're not going to do that. You also get hydrogen out of this, and like you can void the hydrogen really easily if you just put it into one of the gas tanks and say the same thing as we're saying right here, dumping excess. It's a bit of trivia for you if you are doing it the other way. So now, even better, we can make this wireless. We can make this 100% wireless, right? So I'm not even going to use an exporter out here, because we can just have a modular router. Oh, love them. Love them. Love the modular routers. You can have a modular router but blinked onto the top of this, and we can have a modular router but blinked onto the top of this. Oh, yeah, this does remind me. I need to go around and do the item sides for this. So this one you don't need to do because it's thermal, and thermal is amazing. By the way, this has got all of the upgrades in it. That's why it was so quick earlier. So I did put... Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I need to go put these in all the rest of these, right? If I haven't already. I might need extra. I do. Damn it. Okay. At least I made enough of the muffling upgrades so we're not going to hear anything. So we need, what, 2 extra? That's Mekanism. I'm just going to make 64, because I know we're going to use them eventually, right? And where's my other ones? Upgrades, there they are. 64 of each. Right, whilst that does its thing, we are going to set this to input, and then this is actually just going to output gases, isn't it? So we want to say input on this side, and then gases output on that side. Perfect. This one is, we can ignore this bit here because item config, and this only really looks at gases. So in fact, we could just get rid of all of those there. So we want to input from the left, input from the right, and then output. Sorry, input from the left, input from the back, and output to the right. So input from this side and this side, and then output to this side. Yeah, perfect. So again, we basically want that exact same setup we just had. So input, input. Does this count as a secondary? I didn't think about that. Has it got 2 inputs? Yeah, it does. Okay, so we want this one to be an output. This one here, we need to change that because we got that wrong. I want to put that on the secondary right there. No, we don't, because that's already got oxygen in it. So we want to do it the other way around. Like that. Yeah. And then this one is going to be exactly how we've got it there. This does need to output, doesn't it? So we just output gases to that side. Perfect. And again, there's no other gases. Fluid, we want to input from this side, don't we? Input. We don't want to output any fluid because we don't have any fluid. And items doesn't matter. Energy we'll leave. So this one, relatively easy. We need, is this the one we need to feed? We need to feed this, don't we? So we'll feed the top of this. So that's going to be an input on the top. Gases are input from the side, and we need a gas to go out this way, which is what it's got. So again, we need to ignore all of the items, go to the gases. So we want input from the left and back, but we want it on the other input. And then we want to output to the right. I think that's how that works. And then this one, again, we don't care about items. It's just we want to input and output to the front. Input from the left, output to the front. Oh, nearly there with these. Flipping heck. People really wanted me to do this in one of my series. They were like, please, can you show all of the like, encoding of the configs that we've got. So, there we go. Input from the top. So we're going to blink this on the top for modular routers. And we're going to output it to the left. And then this one, we're going to input items from the right. Yeah, is that how it works? Yeah. I highly recommend you watch me do this rather than listen to me do this, because I'm probably saying it wrong. Anyway, this one needs to output to the left for the gases, but input from the right for the items. And there we go. That is everything, I think. Oh, I made a thing. I forgot about this. Before I do that, let me just grab these so I don't forget. And that one, and that one. That one's already got it. Nice. I made a thing a while back, and where did I put it? Shrink device. So I made a shrink device, personal shrinking device. So we can go down like this. And we are 1 block tall. So we can actually go underneath all of these. So I think it's 3. Yeah. How many do we need to go over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Flux point. Stick a flux point right there. And if we grab some cables, I might need, yeah, I need another one right there, don't I? And the nice thing is you can actually, you can walk next to cables like that. So right here. Anything else need it? I think that's everything. Lovely stuff. There we go. And then can't open while shrunk. There we go. We're back to normal sized. So this would be making us some sulfur trioxide, except I messed this one up. I did mess this one up. Amazing. I need it to be input on that one and input on that one. Why are you not going in here? Oh, maybe you are going in here. Ah, there we go. So I've made sulfuric acid already. Why are you not going into this one? That's the question. Ah, because you're not making anything yet. Need to get some of that. This stuff. So I put one of these in. You gonna go in here? Yeah. And then if I get a uranium, that is gonna make us yellow cake, which goes in here, which goes in here, which then goes in here, and I didn't put power into this one. Excellent. Cable, stick a cable right there. Did I put any of the upgrades in this either? No. Excellent. Right, there we go. I think that's done. Fissile fuel? Yeah, we got 1 bucket of fissile fuel because that's how much stuff we got out of this. So the next thing is we need to grab from this. We're going to get a distributor for what is it? Uranium. Uranium. By the way, I could upgrade the enrichment factory that is turning the uranium into yellow cake uranium, but it's not our priority because it keeps up well enough with just like the regular version. So why would we like throw a bunch of stuff in there that isn't going to be used, if you know what I mean? Anyway, so we got the uranium. We need the fluorite. And I am probably going to have to grab all of this fluorite and put it in a compacting drawer or something. And then we also need to figure out the best thing to do for this fluorite. We need to send it through a... You know what? I'm going to teach that recipe. So if we do this, and then we stick it in over here. That's not it. Where is it? Enrichment factory? No. Is it the enrichment factory? I forget now. Yes, it is that. Nice. So what we can do is set a crafting. Well, this has already got a crafting upgrade in it, hasn't it? So we can do this, this, and then we also need sulfur to go in there. And then we'd also like to set all of these to 64. There we go. Stick all of those back in. And there we go. That's all we really need to do. We just need a puller. And we need to set it to each one of those things that we just discussed. So one of those, one of those, one of those, whitelist. And then we need 3 senders. And the 3 senders are just going to be the 3 different things that actually need items. So this one's going to be sulfur. And in fact, I'll set that as sulfur in a second. This one here is going to be... Oh, we might need 3 different modular routers for this, but I think that's fine. And then the final one over here is going to be for the uranium. Right. They are being sent off. Now, I just need to do one of those, and they're all being sent off. Oh, yeah, I needed to blink it after I put it in my crafting right there. There we go. Right, and now I just need some muffler because otherwise they're going to be around for ages. So let's just get a bunch of muffling upgrades. So stick those there, stick those there, stick those there. Now we won't have the beams everywhere, but they will be sending. And speed and stack. We might need speed and stack. I doubt it though, because we're not actually going to be using fissile fuel for very long, if I'm honest, because my whole plan is this is probably full up. This one's full. This one's also full. This one's also going to be full at some point. But there you go. That is making us fissile fuel. My plan is we're just going to get some fissile fuel. No, not fissile fuel. Some nuclear waste by using a bit of fissile fuel. And then we're going to irradiate some bees, and then the bees are going to make us more nuclear waste. And then you can actually like have a feedback system with the bees. I'm also going to be doing it, because this is single player, it means that when I do this one right here, and I have the bees all flying about and stuff, I can have loads of bees in here. It's going to be a little laggy going in and out, and it might lag my game out a little bit. My frames might drop a bit, but still fine in my opinion, because single player, I'm not hurting anyone else on the server. So yeah, that's a good thing. Now, what is the hold up? It looks like this is the hold up right now. But it's going as fast as it can. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's the hold up right there. We could set up all of these. I can't be asked, if I'm honest. We'll just leave it. This is all making us the fissile fuel that we need. I think next episode is when we're going to set up the fission. Thank you. Fission reactor. Caught myself right there. And I'm just going to make it in the nuclear area. We are going to have to make ourselves a nuclear suit, though. Nuclear. It's not called that, is it? At mech. This thing. Hazmat. So let's make a quickie hazmat suit. Thank you very much. Now we are going to have to wear this. So I'm going to take this off, put this on. And we're not going to be as quick as we used to be. Oh. Our point of view is a little weird now. It's so strange. Not as quick as we used to be, but we need to wear it when we're in here, because this is going to be irradiated. It's going to be the plan. Anyway, I'm going to save that one for next episode, I think. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, I love Mekanism so much, honestly. Right, anyway, I did forget to do the statistics, so we are going to do that real quick right now. 4.79 days. We are now up to 116 hours. 116? Flippin' heck. So, really? I've spent, what, so if I had half an hour, I spent 3.5 hours today playing. Oh, I did some stuff off camera, didn't I? Did a little bit of tidy up.